Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to my weekly update. Now, many of you will have seen the announcement this week of the agreement in principle of the New Zealand UK free trade agreement. It's stark reading, if I'm honest, in line with Australia. We are completely liberalising our market. And I think that the critical question that needs answering for me on your behalf right now with government is, what is it that is in these deals for the UK? Because it is a fantastic deal for Australia and for New Zealand. To give them such open access to our market is unprecedented. And of course, their costs of production are much, much lower than ours. They can compete at scale in a way that we can't. And, that is all fine, well and good. But, the challenge, as I see it here, is we are looking to raise standards. You look at the challenges of farming rules for water, clean air, net zero, animal welfare, animal sentience, environment. We are looking to have higher standards effectively here, with no desire to make sure that those imports are having to produce food to that same standard. So it's quite simply the law of economics. If it costs more to produce it here because of the law of the land, it's going to make our farmers less competitive. And the point that I've continually made to government is, actually we need what New Zealand has. We need what Australia has. We need to invest in our trade infrastructure platform so that we can access these new markets. And I'm continually told to think positively and be patriotic. Well, I am incredibly patriotic, but thinking positively never did secure a trade deal. So government really does have to walk the walk right now, and we really need to see that match funding of our levy investment. We need to see these technical people on the ground across the world to open up these new markets. But of course, another week with enormous media interest. So I was on the Today programme, I was on BBC Politics on Thursday, and we need to continue to make the most of landing the positive messages, the campaigning that we are always doing, but also holding this government to account that it honours its commitment to not undermine our farmers in future free trade agreements. So I know everything right now, and of course this won't be played out in the short term, but it will be played out in the time to come. So, it is about getting the ground rules in place now for the future. So it's vital that we make the case on your behalf. And I know every single business now is feeling enormous pressure from the rising costs of energy and indeed input costs across the piece. So full on, never a dull moment. But just one more thing to say thank you for, very unexpected for me, was to receive this award from Farmers Guardian last night in Birmingham at a fantastic event to celebrate the successes of British agriculture and the farmers and growers that have achieved so much in this period when we have been locked down. We've been the key workers, we've been feeding the nation. So I received the award for an outstanding contribution to British agriculture, which I'm enormously grateful for. Don't, if I'm honest, feel like I deserve it at this stage, especially stark for me with the New Zealand trade deal arriving on the same day. But it's great. And as I said at the event last night, it's the team behind me. The office holders who work with me, Stuart and Tom and John Davis in Wales, and the technical team of staff who I'm so fortunate to work with. And you are so fortunate to have working so hard on your behalf. So with that, I will say to you, as ever, please do take care. Please do look after yourselves. And I look forward to speaking to you next week. Many thanks.